Good afternoon. One thing, this felt different than the other recording is in the other recording it goes let's say it goes something like that, but here it's hard to explain it in words. I'm not gonna do a good job explaining, but basically it felt like there was a note underneath, instead of actually I'll play it again. Instead of this, in this song, there is a note underneath, and it happens before the note. So let's say, you know, is what happened in the in the song before. This song, something like this is happening. Okay, so let's say, okay, so the song before was, and I'm gonna do this version. Okay, now. Yeah, so that's one thing I liked. That's the main different thing. I liked it because you know, yeah, I didn't know, I didn't think of it as a like a possibility, you know, that you know, instead of 1 and 2 and 2 and so 1 and 2 instead of this instead of this yeah, I missed it, but yeah, you get the point. Another thing, I mean, there was the really obvious one that I liked, and from there, you know, when you listen to a guitar solo, I mean, I really like guitar sound. Electric guitar sound solo is really cool. Really cool. Really direct, really strong. Right, goes really well with drums like bread and butter. Yeah, like acoustic drums and electric guitar solo sound like a bread and butter. Right. But the one thing that was interesting to me was so every instrument has their own zone, right? Own range. So when they do like I'm just gonna imitate, okay? Let's say, you know, guitar plays something like that. Oh, sorry. Let's go with that. It's implied that it's almost as if well, I guess it could be a two thing, but one thing is it's implied as if there's a note underneath, like, so let's say A is the implied bass note that the guitar solo is not gonna play. I don't know if it's a good example, but let's just go with it, okay? And it's almost implied. So the guitarist, when the guitarist goes like, like really feel it. Obviously, electric bass guitar is gonna play that, the note. The notes are gonna be there, but where am I going with this? So basically, sometimes you're playing as if the note is there, even if it's not played. Even if it's not really, even if the note, imaginative note, is not being played underneath. And another example, I want to say really quickly is, let's say there's no bass, just electric guitar solo, one note only situation, like a. Actually, let's go underneath. Let's say it's not likely he's gonna play really low note a lot of times, but let's say he does. And then under the but he meant, let's say the guitarist meant a note under, like there's a note, implied note underneath. But it is, let's say he was thinking more like that, there was, the guitarist was thinking more like there is a imaginative note underneath that is outside of guitar range. Guitar ranges, from here. E is the lowest note, right? But let's say let's do this. Sorry, I'm gonna do it again. So earlier I did something like, right? Let's go pretty low, like let's go with that. But it's almost implied that the note underneath, imaginative note underneath, is outside of the guitar range. Somewhere, that's the lowest note of guitar. So he was thinking more like, there's a bass, not bass, imaginative lower note, like maybe here or here or here. So what I'm saying is that guitar solo, sometimes or a lot of times, it is a lot of times it's in a imaginative, it happens in an imaginative realm. Realm, is that a good word choice? I think it is. So it's almost, the note is not being played, and sometimes it's even outside of the natural electric guitar range. That's the lowest, but that's but yeah. And I'm just saying, if it's a one-person situation, one guitar player situation, one six-string guitar player situation. But even when you in a band setting, let's say bass is gonna go, something like that, and guitar solo goes like you know, something, and sometimes I think it really, maybe not sometimes, but it is a I'm just, all I'm saying is there will be a time where a 6-string guitar solo player plays solos like there is a imaginative note outside of natural guitar range, or you know, even yeah, a bass guitar range. I mean, they share the same low E, right? Yeah, electric 4-string electric guitar and 6-string electric guitar. The lowest note is E, even though the sound profile is a little bit different, right? But yeah, I mean, you get what I'm saying. It's there's an element of imaginative playing, as if there's a hidden note that even if you're playing just one note, like, you know, even if you're playing just one note, it's as if you're playing against or playing to an imaginative and like an imaginative lower note underneath, or you know, that's one thing I was a feeling I thought about, and yeah, today I just want to quickly do this. Yeah, left hand only. I'm gonna play two hands to play just bass clef notes to internalize. And what I liked about just first three lines, first four lines, for me is pretty important. Let's not use the word pretty important. I liked the first four lines because it only happens like that in the earlier part of the song. The other part of the song is not chanty, but you get it. But yeah, first four is there's something I like. I mean, I like the whole song, but and you know, it's great work. You know, I don't know if I can do it in my lifetime, but the four first lines were very interesting. There's something I've new to me. So here it goes. So I'll sing it. Actually, there are a few things, two things I think mainly I want to say, but it's just to say this while I play. I was trying to Oh, the main thing is for me, the first four part, because of my hand range, if you have big hands, it's easier to memorize, because you just have to just rotate it, right? Instead of a jump. You have to think twice, you know, if you have smaller hands. But if you have big hands, you just have to rotate it, so you have to memorize less. But that's okay, because some people without a leg, some of them go on top of Mountain Everest, so you know, not a problem. So here it goes. So yeah, I wanted to learn the first four lines, because it's interesting, and to to play this, even with the sheets in front of me, I still have to memorize a good amount, you know, like a good bit of it, because I'm not going to look at it the whole time. So yeah, this, I'll show you how I'm like internalizing and learning as I do, as I'm internalizing. Yeah, so I'll play. One thing I really liked about is like where's the, not a statement, but where does the sentence end? Like where does the yeah, sentence end, or speech, not a speech, but where does the yeah, you get it. I'll just play. Yeah. Oh, one thing I really quick is I really like that the, let's say that's what I have. Very unlikely you have, not very unlikely, but I'll just say yeah. And one thing I liked about the here is that the here, I really like that in this the first 4 lines of this song, the stopping power of here was really great. So there's a lot of stopping power with I don't know. I'm not gonna think of it as a 4-part. I'm just saying there's a lot of stopping power happening here to end a sentence, a phrase. Oh, there it is, and that it just came to my mind. Yeah, that's one thing I liked about this piece. Bass will go on, right? But to end this phrase or a sentence, or partially end. When this, I liked it that it happened here. You know, my right hand. Just want you to know, I'm just playing the bass clef. So you can't think of it as, you know, that. But when I'm just playing bass clef, both hands. So it's, yeah. But I really like that the stopping power happens, or ending power resides. Such a fancy word, yeah. The ending power is found here. It happens right hand, yeah, this here. 1, 2. Instead of here or here. So I'll just play, yeah. I'm just gonna try to sing, you know, gently. So, yeah, not to be annoying, you know. All right. Yeah, always this help. The timekeeper. I'm gonna skip this part, okay? But I'll just play really quick. Listen. One and right there, I felt like, sorry for not playing the whole thing, but I feel like that's where the, like, it ends. The first part ends. But I'll just play that part again, and this time I'm gonna pass. I'll try to indicate with my voice where I think the phrase ends. time, the one thing that was interesting was this time switch, yeah. So first it happened. I'll play again. Yeah. So even finishing, you know, this second phrase, I didn't really finish it. Actually I did finish it, but yeah, I didn't feel like. To me, it didn't feel like I finished. I didn't hit the ending part of the phrase. But anyways, what the thing I like is the reverse or the switch feel, because that's the very beginning of the first phrase, right? And then, just so you know, this is just going by my feel. You know, it's not. So, yeah, I didn't study like formally. But anyways, here it is. Just gonna do it again. So first phrase. So here I'm really focusing not on the bass, because bass goes but anyways, yeah. So I'm focusing on the voice a little bit higher than the lowest bass. So and then I'm gonna start another next one. Next phrase here, I felt like it's a reverse. You know, I don't know if it's the reverse is a right word. Switch, yeah. So I'll just play it. See, that's different than earlier. So, yeah. So here it goes. The end. So the first phrase ends. And then start again. So, you know, rhythmically it feels different too, you know, because I don't know. I'll just play, okay? So and then now it's the start of a new thing, okay? So yeah. I mean, compared to that was the beginning of the second part. I'll just play the first part again. So first part was right, and the second part is I have to play the beginning, the last part of the. It's just going into the second part. I'm going into the second part, okay? Leaving off from the last part of the first. So yeah, going into the second part. And of the first part, right? And the second part starts now. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. So don't, you know, not without even looking at that part. Let's, well, I don't want to compare too much. I'll just quickly say it. Yeah, I've already said it, but I want to just reconfirm it and say it again. So two times. Right? It's how much time each note, well, some of the notes are taking up, you know. That's the beginning of the first part. The beginning of the second part is I'm gonna start now, the second part, okay? So rhythmically, it's already different because the first part was one, right? One, right? But the second part is different. It's in a similar with using similar notes. Yeah, but I'm gonna focus. So ending, and then I'm gonna start the second part, and then. So I like that. I thought that was kind of interesting, and I had to like internalize this thing to, so I memorize. Yeah, but anyways, that's one thing I'm kind of seeing it. But you know, you can also look at it as like a partial ending, you know. But I can talk about it, but don't worry about it. That's not really important. The main part, I just said it. First part of the main part, I said it. The main part of the first part, I already said it. So another thing I liked, this main part of the second part, I wanted to quickly say was as I were saying earlier, I like how the ending power, or I don't want to use the word resolution. This here, you know, I'm just playing the bass clef notes with two hands. You know, it's supposed to play with just using one hand, but you know, I'm playing with two hands. And what I like about is, the notes happening on right here has a pretty big weight. I didn't really feel like that with the earlier song of the same song, CS. But I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean. The weight is pretty strong. Like, it has an ending power to it. It has like the statement could end right there. So it feels like, you know, each statement could end like right there. So, but there is also what follows after. It's like it almost makes it feel like the statement wasn't supposed to end. Because of that, it moves where the phrase is supposed to end. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Let's focus on, you know, the part where I think the ending power, or ending power of where the ending power is felt strong on here, right hand here, yeah. I'll say right here, okay? When it passes, and then this is important, always. Right here. Oh, I missed it. Because I said it, yeah. It's a right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. So it happened. I'll do it again. I'm sorry. I'll say, yeah, right here. Yeah. Okay. Right here. I wasn't super clear, sorry. Yeah. Right here. Right here. Right here, right here. Right here. Right here, right here. Yeah. Right here, yeah, I said it, yes, about there. I don't know, so all that, whenever I said right here, I feel like all the important ending power notes, like important quality notes, that feels weird, important weight, the note that has an important weight to it, happened here, right? Right hand here. So that was interesting with this song. Another thing I've noticed was yeah, right here. I'll play. I'll just play it for you really quick. Right here. So right here is in that, so right here, so right here, is it's cool. It's just these notes, and not a lot is happening with the above clef. I don't know what the name is called, but the right hand is not much is happening in that bar, in that section, but just right hand here. this note has such like a really has this that note has a lot of power, and it was surprising to me that that it can happen in the higher side of upper side, no, so, yeah, higher side of left hand. It was interesting that it can happen like that, and only one note can have that much power, so that you don't really have to have other notes, other kind of notes happening on your, you know, right hand or something. Yeah, it was kind of cool to see that that this note has that much power, and it's kind of, you know, in the middle of many notes, you know, say in the many notes, in these, it's sort of buried, you know, in there, right? But it's that one note can have that much power. It was interesting. Another thing I quickly want to say is what follows after is like a confirmation note, you know, like not reconfirming or confirmation or whatever. Sorry, I'll play again. And confirming. So that was like kind of not offsetting, yeah, offsetting for me, because it felt like it didn't really end. But then once I registered that that single note, that the part I was talking about, if you believe that, you know, sorry, if you believe that that single note has a lot of power, and you believe that that's where the phrase ends, the next note, if you believe that this one note holds, you know, really strong power, the next whatever happens after is, you know, it's not as important, and it's just reconfirming. It's a reconfirming move, and also this is another thing I really quickly want to say. I was just playing, and actually I'll just play a major. It's not really important, you know, whatever minor or major I play. I was thinking about this really quick, right? And it's related to this part I was thinking about. I felt like it didn't feel like you know, the statement end, and then it never got resolved. But anyways, it's kind of related to that. But you know, when you like write music, it's cool when it's kind of easy to see it when it happens like that, you know. First quarter notes. Is it a quarter note? I don't know. It's called a quarter note, right? I don't know. So in a one bar, let's say 4 over 4, and you see the pattern happens like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But then you know, you make a like a decision, like a self decision, willed, self directed. I don't know. Like you make your own decision to, let's do something different. You know, I really like. It's very unlikely, but you know, let's say you really like that happening, and then then you will not see, you know, this happen, like visually speaking. Earlier, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the first, second, third, fourth place, we were saying A, B, C, D. I don't know if this point is really important, but yeah. And when you see it, and it's easy to it's very easy to just see it and read it, because A happens in the first part of that bar, B happens in the second part, B and C happens in the third, D happens in the fourth part of the bar. And in the next bar, same thing is going to happen if you keep it that way, right? But then you make that decision, hey, I really want it to be, and then you will not see the same pattern, same writing anymore. You know, you will not see A happening in the first part of that bar, or B in the second part. It's going to be shifted. So the part there's a pretty cool part I wanted to get to, but yeah, you basically you make a conscious decision to do that. Yeah, to do that. There's a cooler thing I wanted to say. You know, not just this. You make a conscious decision. So you will have to deal with like this discomfort, not discomfort, but you know, it's gonna make it harder for you to write it, you know, or when you have to transcribe that part, because everything is gonna be shifted by one or by a certain measure, by a certain space. So it's gonna be harder for you to write it out. Yeah, it's gonna be harder for you to write it out. Yeah. So I don't know where I was going with this. So the thing I wanted to say is when you make that kind of move, you are making a decision right there. I really want to play it like this, as opposed to you're making a decision right there then that, I don't know if this is the right way to look at it. Your chord structure are going to be different. It's a different chord structure is going to happen in the next bar, because things are shifted. Yeah. In the similar fashion here. Well, let's take a step back. So when you do that, you are when you hear this voice in your head, you really want to make it happen. Hopefully it fits it fits within the chord structure, or not, whatever. You're making a conscious decision that what's going to follow after is going to be different, and possibly harder and different, yeah. But anyways, yeah, that little sorry, wrong. By doing that, as opposed to yeah, you're making like a decision right there. It's going to be different. Yeah. So it's a big commitment. I don't know. It's a big move, because you will have to do it a lot. You know, whatever happens, the notes around it might have to change a lot, or even like the entire form, not just chords, or thereby form. I don't know. It's going to be a new one, like a different one. So in a similar fashion, let's go back to that part. Remember I said reconfirmation. So here I said I really like that this bass had a strong ending power to it, right? Or resolution quality to it. This note buried in the middle can have that much power. You know, I like that. But what follows after is sort of a confirming chord. So therefore, it's almost works like, you know, it almost works like it's how do I explain this? It almost feels like well, musically, it almost feels like it's it's an extension, but also at the same time, it saves from shifting. The shifting I was saying earlier, it has to shift by little, or by one, or whatever, by a certain space. This either, I don't know, don't look at it as just either or situation, but it saves, or it saves that one space by, because it's the same and strong resolution quality, but then same thing again. So you like earn a space, kind of, or you delay, or that space in a bar, because if not, or because of this, everything has to be shifted to right or left. That's one thing I've thought about. I mean, yeah, every note counts, and by doing that, you're like, no, I'm not gonna say that part because it's gonna dilute whatever I was saying. But yeah, I think of it here. I was thinking more like, from reading this note, the score. It's a space saver. So because and right there, resolution, and the same thing, like I can do the same thing. Sorry. and confirming. End note, end of the phrase note, and confirming. Okay. So during this duration of, or same thing happening twice, I earned space there. I can do one more time. I can do so whatever I did here, I can do a similar thing next one. You know, as opposed to and that's, you know, if something else other than reconfirming chord was played. So in an easy word, if I played a different note there and not the reconfirming chord, so reconfirming chord as in like reconfirming, yeah. But as you know, if I'm playing, if I play that, then it's not so reconfirming. Now I really have to do something different. And that's the shift thing. So shift was like prevented by doing the reconfirming chord right there. I think that was the whole point. But I'll sing along, just one time, you know. So I don't know if I can. Yeah, let's do this. Ooh, ooh. Sorry. And so on. Yeah, I just played this to show, you know, that it's not to show that I'm doing I played it all right. Sorry. I did it to show the voice, yeah, and also, yeah, actually, to show the voice, and then that I'm unsure about, my voice is giving up, sorry. Yeah, I'm unsure about confirming again. You know, I've been like not sure about it, you know, that part. I'll just play it one more time, a little bit faster. It's interesting. The first part, it goes kind of up, and then it goes kind of yeah. So. Oh, sorry. So you really have to, the one thing I've deduced from this is you really have to believe, when this happens, you really have to believe that's where the phrase ends. And then whatever follows after, like, so and here, and what follows after is, I should really, you know, think of it as confirming, again, confirming, and then we go to the next part. I ignored the metronome, sorry. But yeah, I really have to believe that. Then I can memorize this, yeah. I'll just play it one more time. Sorry. Better, you know, it's just more clean. Actually, I'm not gonna bother with the first part. Yeah. Now, I have to keep practicing. Yeah. One thing I quickly want to say is earlier I said I found something and it seems like after I thought it was an ending of a phrase, but not a false ending, but there's an extension to it, and then when you look at it, look at the form from a little bit farther away, the actual ending is happens a little bit later. So for example, I'll play this. And another thing is, well, I'll do the first part again, yeah. I mean, this segment, this video segment. Sorry, I messed up. Yeah. I'll just play. Yeah. I thought I'm not gonna play successfully here, but I thought the phrase ends. I'll just play. I thought it ends there. I'll just play one more time. Yeah. I thought it ends there, but there's some kind of an extension happening. So. confirming, a little bit of confirmation there, and then really ends. I feel like the ending is there because the next phrase is happens. What is this here? Yeah. That's the next beginning of the next phrase is. So if you look at it like that, the ending really isn't where I thought it would have been. So at first I thought it was here. Okay, so I thought it was there, but adding the extension, it would be yeah, and then after that, the next phrase reoccurs again. It happens again. Yeah, whatever. So next phrase, it already happened earlier, but in a similar fashion. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. It's interesting. Yeah. So I just wanted to say that really quick because I thought the phrase was ending here for some reason. Let me just quickly do it really, run it really quick. Sorry. Sorry, I messed up. It's F sharp. So, yeah, to get the perspective correct, you have to play it. Yeah, that's including the extension. So without the extension, right? The extension I'm talking about, the exact part is yeah. But anyways, I'll just play without the extension, you know. So at first, I'm just repeating again. I'll just play and I'll explain later or not. Yeah. I thought that's where the phrase ends. So I think I'm wrong. I should look at it as it doesn't end, even though this has a really hot, you know, strong quality to almost as if the phrase could end, kind of, but when you look at it as, you know. When you look at it, whatever comes at the thing that comes after is a confirmation thing. Confirmation. Confirmation. that's where it really kind of ends. And another thing I've been having a little bit of a hard time here is when I play this phrase right here, I feel like I want to lift up my right hand or left hand. I feel like I have to end a half of that note early. So for example, so this is a slightly different section. Next line. So I feel like here I played it correctly, but I'm gonna play as if how my body would have reacted naturally if I didn't play like as if it's written. So. I'll just play it again, sorry. Yeah. So I want to do instead of, so what's written is, but then my body wants to, and that, you know, so it's so I'm kind of having a hard time, not super hard time, but I'm feeling that my body wants to do that, but what's written is different from how my body is reacting. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'll just play one more time, you know, as if how my body would have reacted naturally, as opposed to what's written. Yeah. So. So if. I'm trying to see what my you know, how would I have connected to, you know, the next thing. So that, but you know, if I'm not doing it, let's say I'm not going by what's written, you know. I don't know how to explain it. It feels like we're missing like a half beat. 1/8. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing 1/8. It's not addressed. I feel like. But what's written is. That's one thing I wanted to say. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. This kind of thing, like this kind of feel like I wanted to just do something an eighth note early, or an eighth note after. Yeah, an eighth note after this urge happens more than once in this song. This is 1921 by Mr. E.I. I mean, it's JPJ, but this urge is not there with the other recording, so it was kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, that urge. Yeah, yeah. I feel like this is the earlier version because, well, I don't want to make it too long. So let's say it quick. So this version, earlier version, how the idea was conceptualized, like how the ideas came together. It's really, there are a lot of interesting happening, or the impression I got from these two songs, this song and the later version, I don't know which one's earlier. It can go anywhere. Notes wise, harmony wise, you can go anywhere you want. Kind of. Let's stick with notes. Like notes, the next notes, I can push it to wherever I want. Next. Playing, maybe not to mention, but yeah, playing. So free, it's very liberating, yeah. Yeah, but then the urge, I think the other song was done after this and more tied it up, like more tied up, so more refined, I think. The other version, yeah, I think this is the earlier version. Yeah, but that's about it. That's all I got. But the urge, the urge, and things kind of like shifted, like vertically speaking. Here, the later version, I feel like the shift, I feel like it's more, everything's like lined up more uniformly. No, I'll just leave it at here because this is the best explanation. So in this song, I had this urge, right? Like I want to play something here. The other version, I felt less of that, more just how things are, where the things are supposed to be are in the right place. Did I explain it good there? Yeah, everything's is where, it felt more like everything's is where it's supposed to be. The other version. This one, I feel like, because I did the other one first. This one is kind of less refined, and I feel like I should have gone here, like, yeah, I mean, you get it, yeah, the urge. I felt it more. I know that's it. Thanks for watching.